welcome to Allsup and Allsup Success Stories. We're here with Associate Director Charlie King. Welcome.
Afternoon, morning.
Is it morning, afternoon? What time is it? 11:52 in the morning. 45 minutes set up to get here with the camera crew. And you were loving that, weren't you? The camera crew. So 14 years of living in Dubai and owning Allsup and Allsup. Me personally, I'm sitting with someone next to me that has broke the record for the most amount of commission generated in the history of Allsup and Allsup. You've obliterated every single target that the company's had. So being the number one for the year and for the history of Allsup and Allsup, being the company, how does that feel?
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it feels good.
You got a bit of swag when you walk now.
Not really. It won't change me. I'll always be the same.
That's coming from being, were you an electrician before?
Plumber, gas fitter.
Fine, we'll get into that. So you've gone from a gas fitter in the UK to one of the most successful estate agents in the UAE. Welcome to Allsup and Allsup.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
So we're filming at my house today. Charlie is obviously a friend of mine, and I've known you for 10, 11 years. 10 years? I think 10 years.
Nah, a bit. Yeah, about that.
10 years. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about you because a lot of people are going to be watching this. We're going to talk about why you're so successful and what your journey's been. It's a bit like this is your life. That's the best way to describe it. I'll get you crying later. In Jerry Maguire. You know when he cries in Jerry Maguire?
I won't be crying.
I'll get you there. So, right, I want to know a little bit about you, and people that are watching want to know a little about you. So, for someone that's so successful and they've gone on, and especially in the last 3 or 4 years, you've gone on and you've bought houses and you've got this amazing, beautiful family, 2 children living in this amazing house in Jumeirah Golf Estates with a sunset or sunrise, was it? Sunset view. Adamant on paying more for afternoon a sunset view. Afternoon sun. Are you enjoying the afternoon sun?
I love it.
So how far you've come. What I want to know about you with Charlie is moving to Dubai. Tell me about what you did before you come here, because obviously everyone's got a backstory. What were you? Who were you? What were you doing?
I was a plumber, gas fitter. I was Corgi registered, where it was gas safe as I left. I was off tech as well, so I did oil installs. I did well. I'd done my apprenticeship with my uncle. Yeah. From 16.
So you were literally you would go and fit thermocouples and
that's it.
See, I sold heating spares, by the way. So we could have crossed paths.
Really?
I would have sold you a thermocouple or a PCB.
Yeah.
And I would have. We definitely crossed paths.
That's it. Yeah, no, I did the heating installs. I enjoyed it. I just wanted to earn money. I left school and all I wanted to do was just go to work.
Did you have any GCSEs?
2.
What did you get them in?
PE.
You're not even quick. I don't know how you got PE.
And I got a C in maths.
Okay, that's why your MOUs are crap.
That's it.
I think I didn't even pass it. I don't know how I run a company. I've got a GCSE in drama, and I just got 1 passable GCSE. I got a B in drama, and everything else was like a fail.
Yeah, I just had no interest in school. I just didn't want to be there.
I think a lot of people like that. I mean, I think I've learned more from being in real life situations. I don't learn well from people writing in a room and sitting listening.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I'm terrible.
100%.
I think it's what's the word that they use? They call it it's like learning on the job effectively. Some people just pick it up on the job. It's like I'm a practical learner. So if someone tells me how to swing a golf club, I don't understand it. If they stand with me and show me how to do it,
yeah,
I get it.
I'm the same.
Okay. So you were Corgi registered. What does Corgi stand for? Oh God,
I can't even tell you.
You've got to get it. It's gas, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was gas, but then it changed to gas safe.
I was
like
I'd left to get the gas.
I don't even know. I don't even know if it's still the case. I've completely safe. I've been here 10 years.
You've detached from the boiler world.
Well
now.
And truly.
So you were selling. Sorry, you weren't selling. You were fixing, obviously, not cookers, boilers, etc. How do you go about from fixing boilers to moving to Dubai? Because obviously Dubai is AC, so you're not really going to have a job there. What happened? How did that happen?
So what it was, I'll go back. So I was doing well at plumbing. Okay. For my age.
Are you talking monetary, or are you just really quick at fixing stuff?
Both. But it wasn't enough.
Okay.
And I was always I knew deep down I was never going to do it for the rest of my life.
Okay.
Because even at the age, I was 20, 21. My
long
knees,
hair then as well, by the way.
Really long hair, yeah.
How long? Like, show the audience whatever. Like, it's long.
Yeah,
it
was long. I look back and I think, what?
Yeah, but you were in. What was the club you go to? 195. You'd be there with long hair. You'd be Essex boy. You're giving it, weren't you?
I wasn't sure about that, but it just wasn't enough. It was. I tried to have like subbies that worked under me, but people wanted me.
Yeah.
And they'd just wait. So there was only so much I knew that I could earn.
Okay.
From me being a single
plumber.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So did you never want to set your own plumbing company up?
I worked for myself. I was self-employed. I had my own firm, should I say? But it was just me and my van and my tools.
Charlie's thermostats.
And I had a mutual friend.
Okay.
That planted the seed. Oh, you should come to Dubai. Dubai be.
Who was that? Was it Pete?
It was Pete.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Pete used to work in another estate agency in Dubai many years ago. A good friend of mine and yours.
Yeah. Well, you were sitting there the first time I met you with Pete.
We'll get onto that story, by the way. We're definitely going to reveal that story.
And then I just couldn't get it in my head. I was like, I'd never been to Dubai.
So what were you being sold? Coming to Dubai, be a millionaire? Is that what it was?
It was just
the standard advert for Dubai,
because
isn't it?
Everyone referred to the terms as a real estate agent, but it is an estate agent. But when you say the word real estate agent, everyone's like, it just gives it a more of a flashy name, and people think, oh yeah, real estate. And I was just sold. I was just
on Dubai or on the money. What were you sold on?
I'd read about Dubai. I'd seen it online, and seen pictures and stuff. Yeah, Dubai looks good.
And you've been there before?
Never.
Wow. Okay.
Never been. Me and Vicky, who's now wife and mother to our 2 children.
Yeah. Names of the children. Give them a shout out today.
Isla and Ari.
Which one's your favourite?
They're both the same. And she was just like, she was a nanny at the time.
Okay.
And I was just like, look, I'm up for going.
Okay.
She's like, I'd go.
Okay.
I didn't tell my mum and dad anything at the time. So then Pete, I forged the CV.
Yeah. You forged your CV?
Yeah, I just made up a CV.
To say what?
To say I'd been working in property.
Sales.
To say I'd been doing estate agent, yeah. And I had an online interview.
What, on like Zoom or phone or?
Yeah, it was on the phone.
Okay, Zoom didn't exist then, did it? So
no, Zoom. Yeah, Zoom.
So we used to do all our interviews that way. Like we'd call someone
just on the phone. Right? Yeah. And it was James Ellison, who was, when I eventually got the job, he was the manager, and he was asking me all these questions, and I just didn't have a clue.
Did you? I just didn't. Did he say? Did he know you didn't have a clue?
Probably because I didn't get a job.
Did you not?
No.
Oh yeah, you didn't.
So
did you? I forgot about that.
This fella's like.
So this company that was going to hire you hired you off because
hired me, you didn't get the job.
Wow. And then we were at.
We
as in me and you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were at a house. Yeah.
And we went to Faces.
Yeah, we did. Is that still open, by the way?
Nah, Faces closed.
That's in Essex, nightclub in Essex.
Yeah.
So we had mutual friends, didn't we? We didn't really know each other. I just saw his geese with long hair, having himself in Essex.
Making me out to be a right piece of work.
And then I sort of pitched you for a job, didn't I? I said, oh yeah.
Then you pitched me for a job.
I've got an estate agency in Dubai.
I said, why didn't you come work for me?
And you were like, yeah.
And I was like, you're right. But then the day after, I get a call from the office to say, oh, we've made a mistake. We do want to give you a job.
What do you reckon changed then? Not seeing me and you together, was it?
And I took it, and it was like, I can't remember which month this was. It might have been in like March. Might have been earlier than that. And it was like the job was going to start. I had to be in Dubai for 1st of July.
Yeah.
So broke the news to my mum and dad. My dad told me he was crazy. He's like, "You're mad.
There's only camels out there.
You're doing well at what you're doing. You're gonna throw this bit away."
Had your mum and dad been to Dubai before?
No.
So
never.
my mum and dad, when I moved to Dubai, they were like, "You can't hold hands in Dubai.
Yeah, I know.
You can't drink in Dubai.
That's
be careful." Yeah, Daily Mail is terrible for that, isn't it?
Daily Mail slates Dubai.
Still a great app though in the morning, first thing.
Yeah.
Do you get on it or not?
No, I've stopped reading it with since COVID and stuff. I'm fed up with reading the negative news.
Yeah, it does mind boggle, doesn't it? Okay, so you've told your parents.
Told my parents. Dad was anti it.
Yeah.
When I actually told my mum, I said, "Mum, I've got something to tell you." And at the time, I'd only been with Vicky
Boy.
6 months, maybe a year. No, a year. Sorry, a year.
Yeah.
Well, it was less than a year at that time.
Okay.
I said, Mum, I've got something to tell you. She went, Vicky's pregnant, isn't she? I was like, no, she's not.
I'm taking your family away from you.
She said, you're moving abroad.
She said that?
Yeah. But because I'd always said that if I ever got an opportunity somewhere, I'd take it. I'm gone. You know, I'm always take the risk, because I'd hate to look back and think, or regret not taking opportunity or doing something. I'd always, that'd kill me more than...
So when you said, okay, I'm coming, you moved to Dubai, how much money did you bring with you to Dubai?
£10,000.
Okay, and did that get you through?
There was at one point, there was one day, it was 24 hours,
okay,
where me and Vicky had nothing.
Really?
Nothing.
What is that at the start of the journey, like 6 months in, 4 months in?
No, so I just paid the rent 6 months up front.
Yeah.
Obviously you
live.
It's not, you live, and you know, money just goes.
Yeah, especially here.
Yeah, that's right. Before you know it, and Vicky was working as well in DIFC. Okay. And there was one point I said, have you got any money? We was going to get some dinner. And we literally had nothing.
It's mad.
So I borrowed 100 dirham just to get some food.
That's mental.
But then I got paid the following day, so then I was all right.
Okay.
But I remember it.
That's breadline material.
Yeah, proper breadline. But it made me, where I'd never really had financial worries, because I'd always done all right back at home. When I say did all right, I was probably...
You're never worried about money, effectively.
Yeah, I was never worried about money. I was living at my mum and dad's, so didn't have rent to pay or nothing like that.
I think this does this in the job, though. I think when you're talking about working in real estate in Dubai, one of the things that people don't understand is the cash flow management side of things. And I think they should be teaching that in school. I've said this for years. Should be understanding how cash flow works, how profits work, how your break even works. Because when you're living at home in the UK, you never think about how much my outgoings are versus my income, and what if I don't make money. I remember my mum used to say to me, have a nest egg, have free, and I used to laugh at them and go, don't be stupid, Mum. Now I get it, having 3 months money in your bank, because I guess when you brought that £10,000 over, you would have done a sale but not got paid for a couple of months.
Well, I was in rentals when I first come over, so you was getting paid at the end of every month.
Okay.
But it's still,
So what was your, aside from that, what was the hardest moment in Dubai where you thought, shit, man, this is a tough situation to be in?
God, from the day we landed at the airport, it was just, we'd never been here, me or Vicky. We moved out here together, and it was just and when we'd landed, the company had said they'd pay for accommodation for, I think it was a month.
Okay.
And I remember turning up at this place, and it was a complete dump.
Really?
And I was like, I
can't
can't stay here. No, this was bad, and it was a room share, and it was just it just made the whole thing 10 times worse, being away from family.
And you're a bit of a hotel and home.
Yeah, I like nice things, and not in a...
No, I get it.
Snobby way. I like to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And I just thought, I can't stay here. And then Lewis Alsop comes to the rescue, and I stayed in Cordoba residence with you.
About that. Yeah, you did
2 weeks.
Me, didn't you?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Rent free, I'm sure. They wouldn't have charged you. Did I charge you or not?
I don't think
I would have charged you.
I think I got us dinner every night. Yeah. Takeaways. You
Beans
introduced me to a curry box. And,
yeah, curry box. Yeah, that's a good one. So you think your hardest thing moving here was effectively not being in your comfort zone where you were?
Yeah, I didn't know the job. I didn't know Dubai. I didn't know anything.
Did you ever come close to quitting Dubai?
So Vicky used to pack her bags every week. I can't do this. This is not for me. I miss my family. She's really close with her mum and sister.
Yeah.
And the nephews. And she's just like, I can't do it. And I was like, Vicky, we had a leaving party and everything. And
you can't, once you're at the leaving party, you can't go back.
I can't go back.
Yeah.
This has got to work.
We've got to die in Dubai
There is
now,
no way. There is no way I'm going back. We've not been here long. We've been here a couple of months. I need to see this out. I'm not going.
So yeah, I think that happens a lot with people that come with partners, that obviously daughters specifically are close to their mothers and they miss their family, and especially when they have children, then it becomes with the grandparents. So it's a massive moment. I think a lot of people go for them wobbly moments, especially when you're running out of money, you're not in your comfort zone with your friends. You've got to make new friends. You've got to live with me when you don't even know who I am.
Yeah, sure.
So there's so many different variations of moving to Dubai. But my next question I've got for you is, you've obviously, if you fast forward a little bit further, you've become a success. You've started making money. You've become comfortable in Dubai. I said
Which
before,
did take a couple of years.
2-3 years to start get going.
2 years. I think after 2 years, the first year's a write-off.
Yeah.
I think. Okay.
Learning, isn't it? It's learning.
It's learning. Just learning Dubai, learning culture.
Yeah.
You know, different religions. Because I was oblivious to all that. You know, from where I'm from in Essex, it's just a small little village.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't learn about culture and
different nationalities,
and how other people like to do business. It takes time to pick that up.
Definitely.
And I reckon 2 years really it took for me to sort of find my feet.
So if you fast forward a little bit further, you've now got on your feet. You're now in a position where you're doing well. You've obviously had 2 children. You're married. Do you think you are a different person to when you come here? Because I think I am. So I tell you why I say that. I've had a lot of people say to me over my years, Lewis, you've changed. I'm like, yeah, I have. Like, I think people that don't change, then they're actually a problem. Like, I don't go out as much anymore, and I have different hobbies and have different friends that follow that. Like, we've become friends, really. Obviously, we get on, but we're both driven to do well. And I think that's also, it bonds a lot of people together that want to do better in life and enjoy life.
And you do find a lot of people out like that in Dubai.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are here for themselves, and that's fair enough. They're everywhere, but yeah. But yeah, it's changed me in the sense that I've matured. I've become a father. You know.
Yeah. And do you think being a dad's changed you?
100%.
How?
Everything you do is for them.
Yeah.
And I don't go out, like you said. You don't go out partying.
Yeah.
And, you know, like you used to. We go out for dinners, and weekends are just for the family.
Yeah.
Friday's family day.
Which is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's right.
People that haven't got kids don't understand that.
No.
They go, oh, you're boring. I'm like, mate, I love sitting in the pool with my kids and having a barbecue and having family time. But yeah, I think you do naturally change, don't you?
Yeah, 100%.
You said something a minute ago where you think everything's for them. Does that give you a good feeling knowing that how well you're doing, you're going to set them up later on in life with?
Yeah, 100%. You want to give them a kickstart. You know, it's not easy. Life isn't easy. Life is stressful, and you hate to think
that they're...
If you can take stress off of them,
yeah,
every father would do it.
But you got to do it's even meaning between not spoiling though, isn't that? That's the
problem.
That's
right.
You know, but there's your pony. Every Christmas you get a pony.
Never be spoiled, my kids.
Maybe a little pony. Just one pony.
I think Kyla would like a pony to be fair.
Christmas is coming.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so on to the next point I want to talk about with you is your biggest achievement. So 14 years in Dubai. What is the top number one thing where you say, do you know what, it's been worthwhile, like moving to Dubai at this point is where I know I've made the right choice?
Buying my house.
Okay, talk us through your house. What is it? Because you've told us where you lived. You started off in a room share with 6-7 people, and thinking, oh my god, this is shit. Then having to live with me, which is even worse when I was younger.
Then I was a studio in the address Dubai Marina.
It's a good place to be.
Then I was JBR Merjan 4 for a year.
Yeah. Was that a room share again?
Well, it was with friends. Okay. We was in a 3-bed there with friends, and then we moved into the lofts in downtown.
Okay.
A 1-bed plus study. We was there for 3 years, and Isla, my eldest, we actually lived there until she was about 8-9 months old.
Okay.
Loved living in downtown. It was great.
You were a downtown boy.
Yeah, I love it. It was close to
your sexy drinks.
Yeah. Used to live in the mall. Walk around the boulevard, and then when Isla come along and she was like 8-9 months, we needed more space, so I moved to Redwood Park. Rented a townhouse there for, I must have been there 3 years as well. 3 years
as a tenant as well. It's depressing. Being a tenant for like 10 years.
That's right. And then, but do you know what it was?
How much money you spent on rent?
Yeah, I know, but anyway, that's done now. And then I was with Swim Pines for a year, and then I bought in Flame Tree earlier on this year.
Amazing. 5-bed on the golf course?
5-bed on the golf course.
And you fully renovated it?
Completely renovated it.
I'm still waiting to see it.
Yeah.
We were meant to actually do this at your house, weren't we?
What's that? Yeah, we was.
But you're not.
Furniture.
You're obviously not perfect, so we can't see it. He literally probably you're missing one pillar. I've asked him every week. I'm like, can I come round yet? He's like, yeah, soon, yeah.
Christmas. It should
do,
be
yeah.
done.
We'll go 2022. We can have a look at it. The longest fit out period.
But yeah, since COVID and stuff, I've realised that Dubai is home.
Yeah.
I've always said that, you know, you'll always go back, but I don't know anymore. You know, Dubai is such a good place.
You said
to bring up kids and family.
You said to me off camera, we were talking about something, and we were talking about houses, and you said that if you were to buy another family home, you wouldn't buy in England, which I find very interesting.
Yeah,
you'd buy in Spain.
Buy in Spain, yeah.
What's the What's the?
I want the kids, because when the kids break up from school in June, it's just too hot here.
Yeah.
For them to have their holidays, it's just not enjoyable. So I want to be able to. They finish from school. Vicky and the kids go to Spain. I try and flitter to and from.
Yeah.
And they're there for the school holidays.
Yeah.
Because the thing is now as well in the UK, the weather's terrible, you know, and I just don't think it's as enjoyable for them.
No, it's
like,
not.
When they go back to the UK, when they did for a month, Isla wants to come back.
Yeah.
My
it's
son
a good sign though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. They want to come back. I miss my house. I miss going swimming.
Yeah. I miss the good life.
Yeah, that's right. You know, and I want them to be able to
enjoy it
and go to Spain. I love the Spanish way of life.
Yeah.
And
very interesting. I mean, everyone's got their little different paths, haven't they? I couldn't see myself moving back to the UK fully. I just couldn't. I know that I'm happier in sun. I remember having that feeling when I was younger, and I'm talking like 16, 17, selling my heating spares. I used to get on the bus at 5:36 in the morning, and I'd sit there and it'd be raining. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, and it's pitch black, and I just thought that life is not. For
I hate the rain, even when it rains here. Like
a day, though, surely a nice day.
No, I still hate it.
That's just grumpy. But you probably hate Christmas as well, don't you?
No, I love Christmas. Best time of the year. Grey skies and rain, I hate it.
Wow.
It depresses me. If I wake up to the sun...
Yeah. We'll be grumpy people in the UK, won't we?
Yeah, exactly. It's just...
grumpy...
London's great. You go for a couple of... You know, a weekend. You know, maybe if I had a place there that we just had our own things, I may look at it slightly different, but...
It is nice having a place in the UK. I said this to you before. When you drive back and you can drop your stuff off and your stuff's there. And I know when we go at Christmas, my hair stuff's going to be there, deodorant's there, my Christmas gear's there. We'll put our tree up. So it is a bit different, but I get the whole Spanish feel as well. Okay, so the last question of the podcast I want to ask you that I think is a very interesting one is, if you were 18 years old and you were standing in front of your 18-year-old self, what advice would you give yourself?
What would I do differently? Like,
what would you tell you? You're standing in front of you could give one bit of advice to yourself, the 18-year-old self now that's sitting there. What would you tell them?
Take every chance that it gets put in front of you.
Really?
Yeah.
Go for it. Why'd you say that?
I just think you have to. Okay. You know, opportunities don't always come around. You have to take them. You have to make sacrifices.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah. I think the best people that I've ever met in life have took risks.
Yeah.
I mean, I think about how successful our business has been and how lucky, you know, I've been to be involved in that and running it. And I think if I look at how and why I've done what I've done so far, I have took massive risks, and to the point of where they're calculated, but it's like, is this going to work? And I think if you want to be really good, if you want to, you know, have them houses and the cars and the financial freedom, you have to take a risk, and that could be a risk coming on a flight. You know, you could still be sat doing heating now, and you'd probably do really well. You might be on 100 grand a year, which is amazing. But I'm sitting next to someone that's billed over £1 million this year, you know, and it's just, they are different worlds, completely different worlds apart.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely, everyone who's here has taken risks.
Yeah.
And even there was another risk that I took when going back, taking a step back.
Yeah.
Where, we was comfortable. We got comfortable after a couple of years, but then maybe 3 years in, Vicky hated her job.
Yeah.
And she felt like, you know,
trapped.
and she just felt like she was done. And No, sorry, she didn't hate her job. She just felt like she wanted to go back. She was happy where she was, but she just felt like she was missing her family too much. And at that point, I only just started to sort of do well. So I was just like, Vicky, look, I'm not going back. There's no way. I said, quit your job, book a one-way ticket.
You sent her back, didn't you?
Yeah, I said, book a one-way ticket.
Let her go back.
And go back. I said, if you go back with the view that this is now home and you're staying there, I was just convinced. I knew that she just thought she was missing out on so much.
The grass is greener.
Yeah, she thought she was missing out on so much.
Christmas, you think England's amazing.
She didn't, and thankfully, a month in, she was.
You would have been back, wouldn't you? You would have chased her. I love you. I love England too.
I probably would have, but then I may have held a grudge.
Well, what I would say, if anyone was watching this, Charlie, what I've learned from working with Charlie is he's a risk taker. He's one of the hardest working people that I've met. He's an associate director of the business that has a massive influence on certain areas and people within the business. And it's a pleasure to work with you, Charles.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
We'll put the information below. If you want to reach out to Charlie, if you were selling or buying a property in DIFC, Albarari, which is your current specialist area, and anywhere else in Dubai, feel free to reach out. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.